Hi everyone, hope you're well, hope you've had a lovely week. Today's Sunday, so we are getting ready for some more big energies coming this week. Obviously last week we had our shift in the lunar nodes, we had the full moon in Scorpio, and today, Sunday even, we've got Saturn retrograde. So bring some lessons forward for us, particularly going back to 2017, reminding us what lessons we should have taken away from it. If we haven't learnt our lessons, we might be repeating those cycles again. So that is coming up for us today. So this week, so this is for the week commencing the 11th of May. So on the 12th or 13th, depending where you are, Venus will go into retrograde. Now, we're already working within the shadow period, and I would say for about the past 10 days, not a bit more. Yeah, about the past 10 to 14 days, I've noticed more and more people not complaining, but bringing up issues within their relationships. Some people have had a complete relationship breakdown. Some people have started to notice some narcissistic traits within their partners. Some who've been with their partners for an exceptionally long time and they're only just now starting to pick up on this. So yeah, there is quite a few changes coming in relationships, and that is simply with Venus going into retrograde. It really is kind of shining a light on those shadowy issues that are going on for people. So it may actually make some you quite intolerant to some of the things that your partner does that even on a small level might just irritate you, because you probably find that you're quite irritable as it is with all the changes in energy. So Venus goes into retrograde about every 18 months or so, so it is a fairly powerful retrograde because of the length of time it takes for it to go into retrograde. So this is probably, you'll probably find it quite spiritually charged because of the links with self-expression, with Venus already being quite an expressive, creative planet anyway, and it's sitting within Gemini, who are great communicators. So yeah, you may find either you're hitting some kind of ascension energy. You may find on the flip side you might be going through some dark night of the soul. So yeah, big things coming that way. You may find that you're having quite some strong or very intuitive dreams, so definitely keep a dream journal by your bed. It doesn't have to be an official dream journal, just a pen and paper so you can write your dreams down. If you work quite closely with angels or you have an interest in them, before you go to sleep at night, ask Archangel Jeremiah and ask him to help remember those dreams, so he can be quite useful for that. These dreams will particularly have links to matters of the heart, so just be very aware. Also, it is even more powerful with Venus aligning in a square or a 90-degree angle configuration with Neptune and 3 times, so you've got that law of 3 working there for you. So it first happens, it happened on the 3rd of May first off, so, and that was while Venus was in its shadow period. The next time it happens on May 20th when we move into Gemini season, so it'll be quite a powerful activation there. And then finally on July 27th, now Venus will be direct by that point, and it'll be out of its shadow period. So so this is really going to be time for healing, forgiveness, particularly when it comes to our relationships, more powerfully the relationship with ourselves, I would say, than anything. So if things are happening within your relationship, or you're being faced with things that did happen within a destructive or toxic relationship, particularly if you've just been facing a breakdown in your relationship over the past few weeks. You probably will need a bit of forgiveness for yourself as much as the other person. Also, it is strongly linked with the relationship with our money. Obviously, money for a lot of people at the minute is quite a tenuous issue. So, you know, try not to stick too closely into that fear factor, because or that want, because when we do that, we actually push it further away from ourselves. Look, if you are finding yourself in the headspace, look at things like the $100 game that Jerry Nestor Hicks had developed with Abraham. That's essentially, you can do this online, you don't have to actually go around to shops, because obviously the shops we can go into at the minute are quite limited, so you can look and go online, and you know, if it's £100 or less, or $100, whatever, you say, I could have that if I wanted. And it's just this premise of, you know, even if you have to write yourself out $100, £100 check from the university bit, it can be quite powerful, because it's putting you into that place of having rather than needing. So yes, so lots of powerful energies there. Then on the 14th, Jupiter goes into retrograde as well. So this retrograde for Jupiter is in Capricorn. So this, because it's such a huge planet, it's really going to start dragging and slowing down the energy of everything around us. Excuse me. So you're going to notice a time of a lot of backtracking, looking back over things, reflection, but it does need to be very introspective, I would say, looking at yourself. It's also going to be highlighting themes around abundance and our feelings of prosperity, so that is something for us to be really aware of. We will particularly be looking back at things particularly to do with money back from December 2019. So was that a prosperous time for you? Was it a difficult time? It often is quite a difficult time for people because of you know, Christmas and things, so people often do struggle around that time. But it maybe wasn't for you. Maybe you know, maybe you were in business and for argument's sake, you were a hairdresser or beautician, so you actually had a lot of people coming in through your door. So it's maybe quite prosperous for you, but it's just a period of reflection to think about. Might just be highlighting things that you need to look at or replicate, maybe. So, so just be aware if anything like that is coming up. I have just been made aware of, it might be that you want to look back over your bank statements as well. Going back then, there does seem to be an increase of people trying to hack accounts at the moment. I myself had a notification come up on my phone yesterday to say that a Just Eat payment had been refused, and I thought, I've not ordered from Just Eat. And I asked my other half and he said, no, I've not ordered from Just Eat. It'd been a while since we'd ordered anything in, so it seemed a bit strange. So obviously somebody tried to hack my account, but they failed. Anyway, enough about takeaway. So the energies that we're going to, the support that we're going to be receiving this week and the messages that we're getting forward. The angel of the week is Ambriel. Now Ambriel is the angel of the Gemini season, so that's why they're an angel of the month as well as being an angel for this week. So Ambriel is really coming forward to help bring that balance, remind us to go in flow with ourselves, try not to resist our emotions, and really do just go with the flow, because the more we push back and resist, we're resisting what's meant for us, and we're making things a lot more difficult for ourselves as well. More guidance is going to present itself for you all this week, so just open yourself up to the rainbow rays of healing and creation this week. So if you see rainbows at any point this week, be open to receiving any of that healing, even if it's just pictures. If something comes up on your phone, that is your reminder, that is your little message there for you. So look for rainbows this week, look for rainbows. These rays are going to start opening you up to a new path of prosperity and success. So so if you spot them, amazing, that is your sign from the universe. Then we have, as our goddess of the week, is Una. Una is a Celtic goddess, I believe, and she's asking us to follow our joy this week. I've been telling a lot of people this over the past 4 or 5 days. Follow your joy. You know, go to that good feeling place. Where does it take you? Do what feels right in the moment. Do you need to retreat? Do you need to socialise, even if it's just on the phone? For instance, this morning, me and one of my friends were messaging through WhatsApp, and we were discussing, because as you can see, I've got the moon behind me, and my other half was saying, why is there a lobster in that picture? And I said, it's not a lobster, it's a crab. And he said, no, it's definitely a lobster, look at its calipers and its whiskers, definitely a lobster. I was like, it's meant to be a crab. So I found my card in my tarot deck and said, look, crab. He went, so he went and googled it. He said, yeah, but it says lobster here. So he googled it anyway, but it led to a conversation about rock lobster by the B-52s. So my friend had sent me a message, just you know, we just have a quick catch up on the weekends, just to see how each other are doing, because we live about 40 miles apart. So then I sent her the link to B-52's Rock Lobster, as I know she's a fan. She then sent me a link to Pitbull. She's a Pitbull fan. So that's been our feel-good place this week, doing things like that for each other. Just small little things, but you know, it makes each other smile. You know, what's your favourite movie? So this week, Netflix, in fact I think it was last week actually, but they put on Netflix You've Got Mail. Now that film popped into my head about 3-4 weeks ago, and I was trying to desperately find it somewhere where I could stream it, where I had a subscription, so I wasn't having to pay extra to watch it. Came on Netflix, made my day. I've watched it twice this week just because I love it so much. So yeah, I've done things like that. If you're looking to move things forward this week, if you're looking to develop, if you're looking to launch something, or start writing things up, to create a plan, go slowly this week. Things aren't going to happen very quickly with Jupiter being in retrograde, particularly as it's the first few days. It's going to we will really notice the slowdown effect. So our rune of the week is the arrows. So we are being carefully reminded to watch where we're putting our energies this week. What we actually, you know, who are we giving our energy to? What are we giving our energy to? So, you know, with things, we're going to be feeling quite prickly with the combination of Venus in retrograde, Jupiter in retrograde, Pluto in retrograde, Saturn in retrograde. So it is going to feel quite spiky. So, you know, there is that to be aware of. So we are being told that we do need to be gentle with ourselves. Step back from arguments. Don't give it the time of day. because these arguments could get quite heated, nasty, when that's probably or maybe not who you are. Just all these energies can sometimes bring out the worst in us, a side of ourselves that is there but doesn't come out very often. So also, there could also be a lot of misunderstood communication. It's not like when Mercury is in retrograde, it's just simply different points, completely different points, and you're only seeing it from your point of view. So, you know, and because Venus is such an expressive planet, we're probably not able to make ourselves understood as much because we're struggling to find the words. Be particularly careful how you're communicating in text messages, or on Facebook and things like that, because those things are set to be completely misunderstood, because we'll be struggling. So yeah, that's just something to be a little bit aware of. The colour of the week. The colour of the week is pink. Pink to make the boys wink. I don't know why I said that, but here we go. This week we need to focus on our creativity. Allow insights to come through, our own internal guidance system, our own intuition. This is really a time for getting the pen and paper out and writing. Even though Venus is going backwards, actually, it's probably going to work in your favour a little bit. It's just when we're communicating to other people, the problem might occur. So it's a brilliant form of expression. You can ask yourself what's on your mind. You can also find like journal prompts like all over the internet. Also, I have a free 7-day journal that will give you prompts for writing while discovering the love that you have in your life for yourself and while empowering yourself. So if you like a copy of that, drop me an email and I'll be able to email it over to you. In that journal, just to give you a bit of information about it, there's like creative bits, so you can draw, you can doodle, as well as being able to follow the prompts. Also, it has a water tracker on it, because you know, it is really important to keep our water intake up at the moment, particularly for anybody who works with spirit. It's quite important for the water intake to be quite high. So I got a reminder of that on Thursday, that I did need to keep my water intake up. So, you know, we should be drinking 8 glasses a day, so which equates to, I work in pints, typical Cumbrian girl. So that'll be like 4 pint glasses a day for me, just on a day when I wasn't working and connecting with spirit. Yesterday I had about 8. That was quite a lot of water yesterday, but I did go outside and it was really hot as well, so I did need to replenish that way as well. But yeah, my aim is at least 6 plus any like tea or juice I have. So just a little reminder there. The number of the week is 8. It's supporting us with the energies Jupiter and Saturn in retrograde have to offer. Saturn is in retrograde in Aquarius. This really has strong humanitarian qualities, while Jupiter highlights themes around money, abundance, prosperity. These are themes which the number 8 can support us with, as well as walking into the light, standing in our own personal power. This energy will be particularly supportive to women or men who understand the importance of the balance between the masculine and the feminine, as the number is the highest in the divine feminine numbers. So that is really going to be giving some women or men who respect the balance a lot of support this week. And finally, our crystal of the week is rhodochrosite. I don't have any on me, so I can't show you there. Rhodochrosite is supporting us as we may have more changes in the energy, and not may, we have much more changes in the energy. And you know, if you are particularly sensitive, it may be that you experience headaches, migraines, or you will be quite tired. My other half, since the moon was going full, he had like 3 days on the trot where he was getting migraines. Coupled with some changes in my own energy, it was he was really struggling. Yesterday morning I was sat in meditation opposite this tapestry. It's in our room at the moment. He was having a night. Yeah, I'll say it was a nightmare, because in his dream he fell off the cliff, and he woke up and but he shouted. I had headphones in, but I still heard him, and I was like, oh my god, what? He was like, oh, I just had a dream that I fell off a cliff. I went, no, you're very much here, it's okay, you're fine. But then again, I woke up at 3:09 this morning with a start, but I didn't shout. It was just like all of a sudden my eyes were open, oh, because I couldn't even tell you the whole of the dream. I just remember, what's that? And I jumped and my eyes were open. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the healing energies of this particular crystal are going to help with any headaches or migraines or tiredness that you're experiencing. If you're looking to release and heal deep wounds, heartaches, if you need support with compassion or identifying negative patterns and behaviours either in yourself or in other people, this crystal will be a huge help. It also helps healing with heart chakras, as well as clearing and activating your solar-plexus as well. Amazing. It's also fabulous for linking divine feminine energies, particularly ones with goddesses such as Mary-Magdalene, Kuan-yin, Isis, Kali and Bridget. They all operate very, they either operate, those three goddesses operate, some of them on a compassion and love, some of them on a magic and manifesting level, the others are creators and enders as well, because when something ends, there's a new creation. We've got to remember that. So if you're having any problems releasing anger, hurt, resentment in any of your relationships this week, call on the energy of this crystal, as it's going to bring much needed sense of calm for you. Remember, you don't actually have to own a crystal for you to be able to call on the energy of it. You can look at a picture and you can just ask out loud for the energy of that crystal to support you at this moment. You can draw on those energies. So yeah, that was the energy forecast, what we can expect, what's supporting us. Obviously now I will be going and recording and uploading the cards for the week, and so obviously this video doesn't get uploaded onto IGTV, just YouTube because of the length of it. I can upload them via my computer, but I end up upside down for some reason due to the mirroring. Funnily enough, if you watch it on a laptop though, I'm the right way up. So so this is one that is reserved solely for YouTube, and the rest the card readings will be uploaded throughout the course of the day on YouTube and IGTV, and I will be sharing this energy one on my Facebook page. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely week.